Sharks. Ennis looks dangerous. Oh, Ennis, the menace! Goes to the cut-out, Michael Ennis.
Look, I think he's remarkable off the field and on the field. The very first conversation we had here was he pulled me aside and said, "Boss, can I talk to you about camp quality?" I said, "Of course you can." He said, the experience he went through at the Bulldogs many years ago when he was there, and they went through cultural transformation, and he knew this club was doing the same. And he wanted to introduce me to the CEO. He wanted me to understand how it had made a difference, how proud he'd been to be involved with them, and the difference it had made in his own life and the club as a whole at the Bulldogs, from the playing group all the way through. So he's been doing that from day one in our club. He's a remarkable role model. He's worked with charities around Save Our Sons and Father Riley, and the Junior Rugby League here, and camp quality has been exceptional. So he sets an incredible example.
How are you, boys?
Thank you.
Emilio, how are you, brother? Good to see you, mate. Alex, how you going, man?
Good.
You're still a Bulldogs man, aren't you, Emilio? I can't convert you, can I? But the hat looks pretty good, doesn't it, buddy?
In 2008, my good friend Ellie Ead's son was diagnosed with a condition called Duchenne muscular dystrophy. In short, it's a muscle wasting condition. Boys with this condition have a life expectancy of about 20 years. So they're confined to a wheelchair by the age of 12 and, not very much quality of life.
About 4 years ago, my wife and I got invited to their charity gala dinner at Luna Park, and didn't know a lot about it, to be honest. And when we got there, the whole story around Save Our Sons and the Duchenne muscular dystrophy disease was devastating, to be honest. And when we left that charity event, it finished about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, and I reckon about 45 minutes later, my wife and I just had our kids in our arms.
Ever since then, he's been like a little shoulder for us. He comes out and supports all our events. We named the footy carnival under nines in his honour as one of our ambassadors and an ambassador for the charity as well.
We're actually going to go into the away sheds here where the Melbourne Storm came out of the other night.
For a guy who's as busy as he is, and he's like trains 24/7, plays in the elite sport, and I know how he's got 4 of his own children. So to give a little bit of time to these boys goes a long, long way, and we can't thank him enough.
I think too often we measure our players just on field, but these boys off the field give an incredible amount to our community. Michael at a junior league game recently on the field beside him, there was a young boy injured. Michael spent 20 minutes cradling him until proper help could arrive. He's been working very hard with a young man in our own community who has very severe cancer, and spending a massive amount of time mentoring him. And our playing group does that as a whole, and people lose sight of that. I guess one of our opportunities is to better tell that story as well, so people do understand the other side of a football club and what it does offer its community. I'd love to see him with him, mate. He's a tremendous man. He came to us with a little bit of a reputation in the media, but let me tell you, the reputation he's come to us with is nothing like the man he is here on and off the park. He's an exemplar leader. He's brought a whole new skill set to our club in terms of communication, in terms of pride, and in terms of contribution.
It's so grounding to know how lucky we are, and on the flip side of it, to realise our importance to being able to help those boys, even if it's just for an hour, seeing them have a laugh and be around a couple of the guys that they see on TV play footy and make them smile. It makes it all that worthwhile, that's for sure.